But it's okay. You know, I'm conscious of it. I'm like, I have to adapt to, instead of being like, you know, oh my God, what was me? I just have to adapt to what it means to be here and make better choices. And I feel like the universe always forces me to do what I'm supposed to do anyway. It's like, I know, like, you know, like the whole smoking thing. It's like, I knew that I needed to stop smoking. And I even said to myself, you know, like I'm turning 36, you know, I have been literally smoking half of my life at this point. I started at 18. So I was like, I'm going to quit when I turn 36. And then by August, you know, 2 months after my birthday, I hadn't. So the universe was like, okay, well, we're going to make you quit. So
yeah, the universe has a name for that too. It's called procrastination. And as a fellow Gemini, I want you to know that I identify.
Yes.
We are very good at that.
And it's terrible. But I'm grateful for it because it's like it just forces me to make the right decisions. I'm always confronted like with a crossroads, like a serious one. It's like, make the choice you need to make or you're not going to have a choice to make. So.
Exactly. No, I wait until the first floor of the house has burned down and the fire, like the fire starts, it's burning up the curtains and I'm like, it'll be all right.
Yeah. It's like, do you want a house?
Yeah.
Or do you want to live in the street?
Yeah, I've walked into the basement, the house is collapsing. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should get a cup of water, throw it on there.
Yeah. Let me save the...
Straight from the south side. Mike. I'm just so happy to be here right now. Real Rap Podcast.
basement.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, children of all ages, we are back. Another episode, Real Rap Podcast, the 2025 year in review, at least part 1 of 2. I'm good. How are you? I have esteemed colleague of stage and show, Miss Amba Walker with an A, not a hard ER. Amba, say hi to all the listening viewers.
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Very nice indeed. And as you know, I have no idea what episode we're at. We have to be in the early 80s at this point in time. And then
born.
also, we have been talking for the last 6.5 hours. So you know what time it is. Just catch up. But we're going to do a year in review. We're going to talk about, we're going to talk about a little this and that, some events that have happened in 2025, how you look back on it, and then looking forward to 2026, and then just have a decent time. How's that sound?
That sounds great.
Yeah, hell yeah. And so you were telling me one of your standouts earlier when we were conversating. I do have a question for you.
Okay.
So it's a 2 for 2 two-parter. Who had the best year woman-wise? And here's the options, right? You got Nikki, she's actually bubbling in the news right now. Right?
So she had the worst year.
Nikki, Miss Minaj, right? You have Miss Cardi Bizzle.
That's what I was going to say.
All right, all right. You have Grammy Award winning Beyonce.
Her year's always good.
You also have Miss Wonderbread herself, Taylor Swift. Ooh, that's
her year's always also good.
That's but who had the best year? Because sometimes in the NBA, the person that wins the MVP isn't the best player; it's the most valuable. Cardi B had the most valuable year.
I think she did. Cardi B had a lot of changes this year.
She really said not the nicest things about some people's kids. What I heard,
but that was retaliatory. You came at my kids. I'm
New
gonna
word
come at
alert.
your kids. Yeah, so I'm Team Cardi. I'm not mad at her because first of all, she got off from under Offset, so that was good. When we finally
is Offset a bad guy?
They were not good together from what we could see.
Okay.
I don't know him. I don't know now one of these motherfuckers.
Yeah. Disclaimer. And Cardi, Offset, Travis Kelce's girlfriend, all welcome to the show at any point in time.
I was gonna say, let's be friends, please.
Let's sit down, talk about it. We can figure it out.
Yes.
But from your perspective, right? What was what's the thing that stood out about what makes you go, yay, Cardi, get away from him?
Well, she got up underneath Offset, and she got underneath a new guy. So Stephon Diggs, good for her.
Okay.
He's cute. I think he's a good football player. And that's the thing. I don't keep up with sports. The only reason I know any athletes is because of the women that they're dating or married or having sex with. So I was like, that is Cardi B's new baby daddy.
Okay. Which is, congrats to them.
Yes. I know he got a bunch of baby mamas in the pipeline, but that's neither here nor there. We're talking about Cardi.
Exactly.
Right now.
The here and now.
Yes.
Right?
So,
yes.
and then she got off, for that battery. Was it like,
she beat somebody up.
that charge that she had for she assaulted like somebody, but she got off on it.
Okay.
It was a civil matter at that point, not a criminal one. But she was like suing her for like tens of millions of dollars, and she got away with it. And then she threw a pin at a reporter immediately after, and then they didn't charge her for that. So I was like, good, a win is a win.
All right, so she's O.J. Simpson in these charges.
Yes.
Just ducking and diving, hopping over briefcases. Got out from under BD number one.
Cheating ass baby daddy.
Got in and under BD numero dos.
Yes, who's also toxic and cheating, but
he has motion.
Yes, exactly. He's going to the playoffs. Okay. So that's the thing. Yeah, if he was still amigo, he might have had a chance, but no.
That's
But
crazy. So
you can't be cheating
lost,
on me, and I come home and find you sitting on my couch.
Wow.
Okay?
So he lost in the battle of motion. It doesn't matter how many hit records you got. You're playing 2K26 right now, and Buddy is still
He's
making
on the field.
highlights. Yeah, he's
Yes.
still in the grinding.
Yeah, so
getting it out the mud.
It might be lateral, but it's like it's a diagonal.
Did you hear that, Offset? I need you to come out with a mixtape, buddy, if you want to try and rekindle the flame. Although
No, leave her alone. Leave her alone. I'm talking directly to you. Don't bother her.
And she went heads up with the queen. Is it Queen Bee? Which one is it?
That's Little Kim, if you ask me.
Who I just saw. I feel like I saw her representative. I feel like I saw her just in on my feed, and I was like, well, I don't know who this person is, but the yeah.
Oh, she was looking good. She was saying it's not a filter. Are you talking about that video? I think it was. I mean, because we know
She does look good.
we know she looks better.
For her.
She looks better.
I'm happy. I am happy for her.
She looks better. We need some tea in this lemonade. But she looks better. I'm proud of her. She looked better than me. I can say that.
I wouldn't take it there. But you know what?
She got more money than me.
So out of the two of them, all right, we're gonna do it tournament style.
Okay.
So all right, you gave me the year in review for Cardi B. What's the year in review for Nicki?
She had the worst year.
How?
Because she's MAGA now. It's like once you're on President Trump's side, you can just close the book.
She's full blown red hatting.
She was at the Turning Point conference or whatever they did last week, talking to Erica Kirk.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Is she doing something with the Nigerian conflict or something like that?
Maybe, yeah, because she was talking about, Christians need, support and protection. So I think that, she is on the bandwagon about that. But, the internet believes that she's just searching for a pardon, for her sex offender brother and potential husband. So,
how did that
just
happen?
to go
I
out
didn't
like
know
that.
who Buddy was. How did she end up with Buddy? Was that this year? No, that's been a while.
They got a baby
all
together.
Right. So, all right,
yeah.
cool. Then we don't have to worry about him. You're not 2025, my guy. Stay under the radar. But it was like her dude and her brother, right?
Yeah, are both, in that.
You think you think that Nicki Minaj got an island somewhere?
I wouldn't be surprised. No,
I really hope 10 years from now we don't have a surviving Minaj documentary.
We can have all that already. I feel like, you know what I mean? But, I was never a big Nicki stan. I was always on Team Lil' Kim anyway. So we were talking earlier about originality, you know what I mean? And I guess to your point, it's like you don't have to be first. You just have to be the most relevant at that moment. So
yeah.
but I think that her her supremacy on women in hip hop is finally sunsetting, which I am a fan of because I like the up and coming hip hop girlies. And it's not even fair to call them up and coming. I just think that they're more. She has been primary for so long. It's just it's good to see some of the secondary market getting some shine.
Okay. All right. And so out of the two of them, moving on to round 2 is going to be Cardi Bizzle. Cardi B moves on to round 2 of the 4-on-4 2025 Women Who Killed It. On the other side of this round robin, we got Taylor Swift. And we got Beyonce. Who had the better year out of the two of them?
I'm always gonna be Team Beyonce.
I understand that because you are Lisa Simpson light skinned. I get that. If we're just looking on paper, right?
Yes.
So we have, which Beyonce won a Grammy for a country album.
She did.
Taylor Swift is engaged to a football player that won a Super Bowl. These things are like backwards. You would think it would be the other way around.
Beyonce is a wife and mother already. So I think, and she has
Taylor
made
Swift
history.
ain't got no kids?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
But Beyonce has made history because they have officially changed the Grammy categories from like, you know, it was just one big country award, but now it's like contemporary and like classic or whatever.
Yeah.
Because, you know, she's too excellent and they want to be racist.
They switched up the country. If I was a country music fan, I'd be hot under the collar.
Yeah, so now it's because Beyonce is like, you know, she's contemporary country. She's not classic or whatever they're going to call it.
That's right, because Buddy that ended up going crazy and putting like his own blood in his gym shoes and walking up and down the street butt naked.
X. Yeah.
Buddy was a whole country like superstar for like however many couple of 2-3 years ago.
They loved him.
Didn't they?
And now he's a freak. And I love it.
Now he's a little extra. And then
Taylor
Swift, although I don't know a lot about Shorty, I'm just pretty sure she makes $1 billion every year and got engaged to a football player, and she does. So all I know is the last playoffs in Super Bowl, I saw her. It wouldn't even be games that the Kansas City Chiefs would be in. They just show a picture of her. Like,
Taylor loves
you like
us.
her, then you should like football. Come on in.
And all those bejeweled jerseys made a comeback because of Taylor Swift. I blame
outta
that
here.
solely on her.
Like Bratz dolls
like,
jerseys. I didn't even see those.
Like the jersey. You remember the jersey dresses of the early aughts?
I remember that. And then they had the Steve Madden fake Tims.
Yes.
To go with them.
That was cute. Oh, that was an era.
That definitely was. I miss my high gravity white 5X white tees.
Yeah, that was an era.
That was my twist. My little white t-shirt dress.
You could get a pack of like 10 of them for like $25.
Oh, and just throw them in the trash like you was a thousandaire.
Yes.
Like,
oh my God.
One
What an
time.
era.
There you go. Oh, that was I have fond memories of that. Okay.
Now people don't even wear shoes. People's shoes are made of plastic.
I've seen more dirty feet this year than I care to. Just a lot of like, so you're just walking around like that, out and okay,
And it's
all right.
okay.
It's just accepted. I don't appreciate it. I'm gonna start calling people out. No more bare feet. 2026. Yep.
But I will say I made I realized it when these white men were looking at me on the street. But I left the house with a bonnet on. I was just so comfortable. I didn't even think about it.
Yeah, but you get a pass on that.
And I was like, oh my God. No, I'm not. I can't leave the house with a bonnet
It wasn't
on.
even your cute bonnet. Like you had on your like actual bedtime bonnet.
No, all my bonnets are cute bonnets. Okay. it was my unicorn bonnet, I call it, because it's like blue and it's sparkly and it's pink. It looks like a unicorn.
Okay.
So, but it's not
I grew
meant
up in
to
an
be
era where you
outside.
see rollers. I you know what? I haven't seen a shorty with rollers in her hair. I'm just now realizing I haven't seen rollers in a girl's hair in years.
Because the weave already come curly. You don't need to roll it up.
The lace front killed the rollers.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Which I think
gracious.
is progress because we don't have to manipulate it, okay? Because you could get an afro weave now. or like a textured weave. You don't have to texturize the Asian or the white woman's hair. You
That
can just
is
get
incredible.
it as is. I just bumped the microphone.
All right,
as
bars.
is.
So round 2, championship round. We have Cardi B facing off against Beyonce. Best 2025 out of the two.
I
of
still
them.
think it's Cardi.
Cardi trumps Beyonce. Did she go on tour? Didn't she?
She's going on tour. And that's another thing. We haven't had a tour from Cardi B in like 10 years. She's been a baby making factory. So she just
Wow.
had that baby, and she has promised us that she's going to go on tour.
But she just came out with an album or something like that, right?
She did just come out with an album. Am I the Drama?
Oh, is it a good album?
I enjoyed the album, yes. And more than the album, I enjoyed the rollout of the album because it took me back to like, the 90s promotion of the album.
Yeah.
She was like on the trains in New York City, like passing out physical CDs for the album.
No kidding.
She took over Ubers one day. Like, so every time you picked up an Uber, the drivers were playing her song in New York. She went to the bodega. She like had the street team, like the old school. And I get that, like as a comedian who is trying to build up a brand, builds up a physical like club in this space,
Yeah.
like getting out and like passing out physical flyers, making those one-on-one connections.
Yeah.
So I think in like the world that we're in right now, it's like everybody is kind of over like AI and like all of this fake stuff. We've just been so disconnected for so long. I feel like 2026 is going to mark like the return of like in-person brick and mortar. Like,
I think so.
There'll be an appreciation for something that feels real and authentic that you can put your hands on.
I think you're absolutely right. I think there's a counterculture that's gaining momentum for the authentic, like Polaroids and real photos and brick and mortar and everything, like you say. So you did mention New York, who, as a city, had a hell of a year. At least Harlem did.
What did they
with
do?
the Ditty documentary.
Oh, God. He is from, isn't he like from uptown somewhere?
Don't matter. I know him from Harlem.
No, his ass is from, I forgot the name of that place, but they don't claim him. They're like, nah, he's not one of us.
Don't matter. We got you. Hey, look, if you're from Naperville and you go out there, you do something crazy, bogus, or exciting, Chicago, you got to take that right on the chin.
No, we don't. Hell nah.
Certainly
You
do.
were from Naperville.
Certainly do. Nobody
don't put
cares.
that on us.
Only
That's
the
fucking-
city cares if you're from Naperville.
But that's what
everywhere
matters.
outside of the city goes, that's Chicago.
That is spoken. And that is why we as Chicagoans hold so fierce what we claim within our boundaries. Okay. Like R. Kelly, we eat him fine. Like he's ours. But we are not taking credit. Because isn't Charlie Kirk from the suburbs? We don't take credit from him. And he didn't claim us either. So claim where you from. Be from there. You are not from. You from Naperville. You doing some crazy shit in Naperville.
Fair enough. Now, that said, the Diddy doc came out. And did it sway you either way? Like when you saw the Diddy doc, how did you?
I didn't even watch it.
Why?
I watched the
Just to be,
trial.
you wanted to be one of the cool kids? It's like I
No, I cancel all my streaming services because I'm poor, so I haven't been able to watch nothing. If it's not on Hulu or HBO Max, I can't watch it.
But you're on all the same apps I'm on, so I know you've seen it. You just saw it in like 128 separate different parts in
Have I even seen
30-second clips. Of course you
Maybe
have.
I have seen clips of it. But I'm not familiar enough with the documentary itself, but I appreciate 50 Cent's pettiness.
I
will always champion that.
will. Oh, he goes down. Not even Mount Rushmore. He is number one, the Prince of Petty.
Yeah.
The Persian Prince of Petty is Curtis Jackson.
Yeah, I love him.
I love that anytime Ja Rule tries to, and I feel bad, but me feeling bad for Ja Rule gets trumped by my petty pride for 50 Cent. Like the stuff that he does, I'm just like,
Ja Rule can't even go to the grocery store anymore.
not at all. I
like,
wish my
gosh.
heart was as cold and as black as Curtis Jackson's. But
He love his own son.
oof. But when you look through the trial and everything like that, right? Is there any onus on Cassie whatsoever? Was she purely a victim of circumstance and manipulation and everything when it comes to Diddy?
I think because people are quick to say, oh, she was an adult, she made adult decisions, they were two consenting adults. Yes, which is true. But I think about myself like at 19, you know what I mean? Being in an industry like that, I couldn't even imagine that, all of that money, all of that influence, and then the substantial age gap. It's like, I'm not even today as old as Diddy was when they started messing around. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I think that we have to take that into consideration.
Absolutely.
Because it's like, yeah, there's agency, there's choice, but like really how much is it when you're like, there's so much power and influence that is like, wrapped up in that interaction at such a young age. So.
Of course. Like a 40-year-old is going to be able to manipulate a 19-year-old the same way a 19-year-old is going to be able to manipulate a 10-year-old. Like
exactly.
You can make your own decisions, but that grooming stuff, there's certain words that every word gets thrown around. Like the word literally gets literally used literally too much. You know what I mean? But there's certain words that can get overused and they start to lose their value because of how much they get thrown around. But that grooming is I would say a big one, because it's just the worst version of influence, right? It's just a bad synonym for influence. And if you're just exactly like you said, if you have that much money, power, influence, and whatnot, and you come across a attractive young 19-year-old that has dreams and aspirations of being in the thing, you just bring them along little by little. Do this one thing that compromises you. Do this, and whenever you see crazy stuff, I like to remind myself and other people on this when they're looking at somebody. Well, why would the dad from that sitcom do all that? It doesn't like let me ask you a question. It doesn't make sense when you're looking at it right now. But if you were to sprinkle alcohol, Molly, and cocaine on that situation, does it make a little bit more sense?
A little bit Spanish fly, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
It's a mess.
Well, then, when you sprinkle in that kind of stuff, a lot of everything is possible.
Yeah, and people sometimes will just do shit because they can do it and they can get away with it. You know what I mean? It's like, if I could walk butt naked down Michigan Avenue and I wouldn't get arrested, I would probably do it. You know what I mean?
That's probably a personal choice. Yes. I don't know if I'm doing that. I wouldn't want to cause a pile up on the highway.
Yeah, but I would absolutely do it. If there was no consequences for the action.
There would be consequences.
I'm saying if I could do it.
I'm saying not even the consequences of you being arrested. You walking down the street naked, there's gonna be consequences.
No,
I don't think you're making it more than 3 blocks. Cops, no cops.
If Diddy wanted to walk naked down
Diddy's
Michigan
grabbing
Avenue,
you.
He could have done it.
Ooh, I got a group that you should be in.
Yeah. No, he went.
Hey, Big John, take that. You be in the back of a van.
I'm too old and too female for Diddy.
Oh.
Not to shame him for his choices, but I'm not
Shots
his
fired.
demographic.
Alleged, apparently, by the way.
I mean, yeah, whatever. Okay. We saw, what was the guy's name did his penis have a name? What was the guy's name?
I don't know how much I can contribute to this part of the conversation.
Because in the trial, it came up, it was like one of his favorite male escorts.
Wow.
I forgot like what the whole thing about him was, but I think he had like a really big dick and his dick had a name or something. But he was popular, not just with
fair enough
with the clientele himself. I'll say that.
Wow,
he was one of the favorites that Diddy enjoyed watching. Make happen.
That's just a lot. But being that high up in show business, pop culture, power, money, fame, what have you. And being that delusional where you honestly don't feel like you can get caught for anything.
Yeah.
And for a long time, you don't.
And people let you get away with it. It's just like you're in a group of, yes men and enablers. So it's just like I feel like you disassociate from consequence because nobody is the big dog in the room. If you're always the big dog, you're not going to get bit, until you get bit.
And mark you, this is now. Rewind time 30 years ago. Mm-hmm. You're just getting away with it.
Yeah. Before it's like before body cam videos.
There's
You know
no
what I mean?
follow-ups. Like one of them dudes out the Rat Pack, Frank Sinatra and them, at least 50% of them was
A mess, yes. Absolutely, I'm sure.
A hot mess. Anybody famous in black and white TV days were pieces of garbage.
They are a mess. Like, I think about, it's so funny because, you know, we think about like the olden times, like back then. It's like, oh, they were so like, I don't want to say innocent, but you know, it's like we talk about society today as more secular, you know what I mean? It's like they had higher values then. But I'm like, my grandma got 3 baby daddies, so they had to be doing something back in the day. You know what I mean? They was having a good time.
When you stop, like back in the olden days, it's a hop and a step ago. Mm-hmm. Like there's people around from the 30s, like a decent amount of them. Yeah. An even more decent amount of people from the 40s. Mm-hmm. 50s, forget about it. Once you hit the 50s, there's a bunch of them.
Yes, the
60s
boomers.
And all that other good stuff.
They're here.
The world, America was a way different place back then. And then whoever their parents was, they was back in the 1800s. It's not looking good for us back then. At all.
Because people are like, would you go back? I'm like, no, I think I don't know, maybe 10 years ago. I would like to have been, if we could have just paused society where it was about 10 years ago, I think that was a good place. Like before AI, before Trump, before, maybe like a little bit before the Great Recession, I guess. Maybe like 2007. That was the last good year. Can we go back to 2007?
I'll give you one back. Well, this is for me because I'm in a different age bracket than you. I'd want to go back to the flip phones. I'll tell you why. I'd want to pause time back in the flip phone because that was heavy white tee days or whatever, right? But go back there because it was dog shit trying to text. Because you had the regular punch key pad on it. So if you wanted to do a V, you had to hit like the number 5 3 times. Forget about it if you wanted to get to we didn't even call it hashtag back then. We called it the pound sign.
Yeah.
If you had to do the pound sign, you had to press like the number 9 17 times to get to it. You mess up, you got to go back, start all over again. I prefer that because you wouldn't text your conversation. You would call.
Yeah.
Your text is like, on my way, here, about to leave, 5 minutes out. And then 10 minutes later, 5 minutes out. You know what I mean? But otherwise, you'd call. And the best thing about the flip phone, me and you was into it. What you funky baby?
Yeah.
It was the last time you could put some aggression
some stank
in
on it. Yeah, that's real.
And now it's...
Exactly. You can't even hang up. I just throw my phone across the room now when I want to hang up on somebody. Yes.
I think I'm gonna start doing
me feel better.
Grab like a plastic water bottle and just.
Yes.
Yeah. I need something to get my aggression out.
Yeah, just throw it across the room. If you got an auto box on it, you'll be okay.
Nah, I gotta check your screen because you definitely have cracks.
I
in your screen.
I do.
You need to stop getting into heated conversations over the phone. All right.
Or over text message. I have thrown my phone.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Text message too.
See, that's why you should
read receipt. That's the worst. It's like, I know you read this message 2 hours ago. You haven't answered me.
Left on red.
Across the room.
Yeah.
If I wake up in the morning, you haven't responded to my message. First thing I see, across the room.
But there has been definitely a percentage of times where I might leave somebody on red and it wasn't on purpose. Because, and I'm getting away from this now because I know my procrastination. Now I do my best. You send me a text, boom, I'm trying to hit you right back because I will forget.
Yeah.
And then I'll move on. It's 3 days later. I did not mean to leave you on red. It's just I was about to text and I was like, I need to leave that 7-minute cool guy gap.
Why haven't you thought about me in 3 days? That's my question. You ain't thought about me in 3 days.
I can't text you back right away. Then you're going to think I ain't doing nothing. I'm always doing something. So you leave that gap and then you forget about it. So sometimes I'm not leaving the person on red. I was doing my 7 to 12 minute cool guy gap. And then, oops, something else happened.
Yeah.
And now I'm over here and I forgot you text. and now it's 3 days later, and I'm
No,
like,
it's too
"What, you
long.
mad at me?" Like it wasn't even.
Who is this? You're blocked. You have to text me on your best friend phone. You're blocked.
Blue, you see the little red exclamation mark? What is this?
Yes. Oh, I blocked somebody today.
Oh no!
Somebody I
kidding.
didn't have no business talking to. I was like, I can't. Why am I thinking about you? Why are you unblocked? You were blocked and now you're unblocked. You are reblocked now. Talking to somebody else about their behavior, I was like, oh my God.
So you had a realization you weren't even in touch with said person. You was talking to a third party, and they was like, "Girl, get your shit together."
Me.
And you was like, "Yeah, you're right." Bing.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, I was they were talking. It was like a secondhand conversation. It was like, yeah, I was talking to somebody, and then they said something. I was like, I'm gonna text my ex. And then I was texting, and I was like, no, don't bother her. Like, don't molest her. And I was like, okay, let me block him I won't bother him.
Well,
I was the one that was doing the bothering, so I had to cut myself off.
Fair enough. Well, I'm glad you are mature enough. So speaking of blocking and unblocking, this is the loosest segue of the year.
I love it.
Somebody who should have got blocked, the CEO and his mistress, before they went to that baseball game.
Wait, you mean the Coldplay concert?
Yeah, Coldplay concert,
enough.
baseball game, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, motherfuckers be cheating. That's one thing I wish we could leave in 2025 is polyamory.
Yeah.
I want to leave polyamory in 2025, yes.
It seems like that's for the newer generations. I don't know about the newest generation or the one right before their children. But right after Gen Z, whoever's right after Gen Z.
The alphas.
Gen X, whoever's right after Gen X.
The millennials.
Yeah.
Okay.
Millennials started. So how are you going to say, hey, y'all started that?
I know. And as, you can take back your actions. I used to be.
You changed your mind?
I changed my mind about polyamory. I'm exhausted.
Because these new generation, I don't even think they claim. I don't even think there ain't no two sides. Like everybody's just everything.
I know
now.
It's exhausting.
Everything, everywhere, all the time.
This doesn't benefit me anymore. I want to take it back. I want to give it back. I don't want it.
You're putting your rafter in the jerseys.
Yeah, I'm so tired. No, I don't want to give up. If I need to, that's the thing. But maybe I shouldn't. I don't know. I just don't want to do it anymore. It is exhausting.
What's exhausting about it?
It's just too many people, too many options, too much to keep up with. 3 days go by, you don't text, you forget about them. It's just too much, Like you said, like we were talking about before we started this, just like if there's so many options, you said if there's so many options, it's like you don't have to choose.
You're not gonna stick with it. If I have 5 cars and one of them gets a flat tire, it's just gonna sit there on a flat tire. I'm gonna drive one of the other cars until the engine falls out the bottom of it.
Why not just
and then I'm gonna take
care of one car?
Because I have too many options.
That's the problem.
And we're plugged into the entire world. There's 330, 40, 50 people in the United States alone. There's 2 million of them in this city. And if you count all those suburbs that you're not a fan of, it's damn near 8 million people.
Leave them in the suburbs, okay?
So that's 4 million with twig and berries. 4 million with a cup and juice.
Yes, that's how bad I was driving out to like Oswego. I was like, what is the world coming through? I was like, there's 45 miles to dig between the west side and Oswego. What am I doing here?
But there's something to be said about the older generations that really had to tough it out. And look, we're not going back too far before women's rights, not just their rights on paper, but like the social agreement rights before it really started coming out. Because I think women in America hit a pretty decent stride the last maybe 10, 15 years. There's really been a lot of motion. But Yeah, it wasn't too long ago before certain colors, certain sexes, certain whatevers were like, get to the back of the line.
Yeah, like women couldn't even have bank accounts until like what, the 70s.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
I was telling that to my mom. I was like, don't you remember when you couldn't have a bank account? And she was like, no. And I was like, well, you couldn't.
Yeah. Nah, that's... But so... With
And now
this,
we got to poly. If I had to choose between not having a bank account and being polyamorous, take away my right to money.
which, by the
I'm
way,
exhausted.
just a selfish generation.
What? Yeah.
I
I'm
want
sorry.
it all, and then I still want to complain.
I know. I'm tired. It's my fault. I
just-
it's full responsibility for it.
No, not
Feminism.
not a problem. But so here's my biggest problem with CEO Buddy, right? Mm-hmm. You took her on a legitimate date. Mm-hmm. I don't really listen to Coldplay. I have one Coldplay song in my it's like 1972 or something like that, remastered version. They got one song that I love hearing it. It's in my playlist or whatever,
Okay.
right? So I recognize them as like a true blue talented band. Mm-hmm. I couldn't tell you any other song that they've made outside of this one, but I know that they're a big deal for the people that listen to them, right? Mm-hmm. You take your side piece to the... No, don't you take your side piece to a bar that has Coldplay in the jukebox?
Or if you're gonna take us to the concert, because they rich, so it's like this is these are problems outside of my tax bracket. But if I was him, I would have taken her. I would have got box seats, like box seats, like in the glass, you know. So we'll be in the suite. I'll take you to the suite. There ain't no cameras in the suite. You can look out and see the concert, but ain't nobody looking for you.
Yeah,
it's like you take your main chick courtside, and then you take your side chick to the
He was
box
treating
seat.
his calamari rings like it was a lobster with a baked potato. Like, why is your side dish getting main course treatment? Like, this is just your appetizer piece. Like, you standing behind Shorty doing the homecoming prom king queen pose.
Yes.
And you get popped on the camera.
It's
You
like, y'all look
deserve
so
everything that
cute
came.
together. Yeah. It's like, you can't be that cute in public.
Really? Christmas greeting card pose?
But I love it. Because what comes to the dark should come to the light. So I love that. And I think it should work. It should work everywhere. If you're doing something foul, you should get caught. So.
You're a multi-gajillionaire CEO. Like, you shouldn't have to hide that from...
And I hope she
You
get
should have.
every
You should have
check.
worked this out.
I hope she
already.
get half. I want her to get half of everything.
And what should happen to her? The little young homewrecker.
Then she wasn't young. They were peers, weren't they? Yeah, it wasn't even like, he had like a mistress that was like 20 years younger than him. They were like colleagues. They were both like, kind of C-suite level, I think. I don't know. I think her husband should take her money too.
She had a husband.
Yeah, they were both married. Yeah, I think her
And they
husband,
was in love.
equal
They were both
opportunity.
married and in love with each other.
Yes, so everybody should get half.
Then
then they
everybody
could be
ends up with the same, right?
That's fine. Yes, but without your cheating ass partner.
You didn't hear much about it after it happened, which is crazy because the cycle these days for what's important and how fast it goes away is incredible.
Yeah, he resigned, and I think eventually she stepped down as well. It's like those news anchors.
Get out.
Yeah, I forgot. One of them was black. I remember that. But he was like, cheating on his wife, and she was cheating on her husband. They were like co-anchors, and they both had to leave the television station. It's gonna tip my tongue. I should know this as a journalist. And then they started a podcast, and nobody cared.
Ooh.
So that was bad. Yeah, and then they were like, finally, like, we're together. Yeah,
They got caught doing it. That is one thing that I really am taking away from this year is the people that don't understand they're a bubble. They don't understand like what makes them famous is just one hit wonders is different. One hit wonder used to be, this is why I'm hot. This is why I'm hot. I'm hot because I'm fly. And it's on 75% of the girls' ringtones on their phone. And then whatever song Jagged Edge come out with is
Everyone's
what
banger.
that's what you have for your boo.
Yeah.
And then, whatever. But now somebody says, "Hey, how do you keep a man satisfied?" You go hot pooey on that tango.
Haktua is actually
And then
common
it's
up.
like when you're her, and then you start to get like 1 trillion followers. People are throwing cash away. What is it in your brain that goes, I just said a funny thing for half a second. I'm a one-hit wonder. Let me get these bags.
Absolutely.
Let me throw it all in Robin Hood or Fidelity. Keep 25% of it. Try and start a podcast or whatever.
Yeah.
And see where it goes. But what is it in that person's head? It was like, I did none of the legwork. Somebody else asked me a thing. I said a thing, and that was a thing. But you've seen the design. Like, you've seen how many people going viral isn't really. Trust me, I want to. I would love for something that I do to be catchy and interesting enough that a lot of people want to see it on repeat. Probably going to be out of context. Probably isn't going to be the big. You know what I mean? But still, would I like? Do I like a lot of people viewing it?
Yeah.
But how do you not go? Oh, this is temporary. Let me cool my jets.
Maybe it's like what we were talking about with having all the yes men around you. It's like when you're in your moment, you can do no wrong. It's like MC Hammer. You know what I mean?
Oof, yeah. I mean, at least MC Hammer was employing like his whole neighborhood.
That's fair.
I think he was trying to get the entire Bay Area a job when he was on top.
And that's different because, even media has changed. So it's like, even to be a one-hit wonder in like the 80s and the 90s, you still had to have a whole team of people behind you. But it's like, all you need now to go viral is a camera phone and something catchy. So it's just easier. It's more opportunities. So it's less valuable.
Yeah.
And it's quicker.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a little bit of all of us. Like, we all contribute to whatever makes something viral now. Like the 6-7 thing. Like, it was like whatever Buddy's song was, which isn't cute enough to be kindergartners going 6-7, 6-7. But then, like, from my understanding, Buddy from Philly, he makes a song for the trenches.
Okay.
Has a little bar in it or whatever, right? And then it gets co-opted by some kid in some other school that has nothing to do with the trenches. He does a funny thing with his hands.
And there you go.
And then it's all over the place. It's driving teachers crazy. And now it's made its way to like
NPR.
But yeah, it's officially over.
Yeah.
The moment a white weatherman goes, how many degrees is it out there, Tom? I don't know, about 6-7. It's done.
I feel like I'm like the last stand of pop culture because like I don't have any kids, I'm not plugged in with youth culture at all. So once I learn about something, usually from NPR, I'm like, like you said, the moment is over.
Well, you're the last person that's allowed to do it. Once it makes it to me, it's the beginning of the end.
But you probably know more because you have children.
My son, my son. When the 6-7 came out first, and he's 23, and we're on the phone, and he said something to me, and I was able to throw that little 6-7 in. I think he tried to hang up on me. He was so disgusted.
You probably did this like 6 months ago, didn't you?
It was a while ago.
Yes.
It was when it was still on its climb.
I just found out Thanksgiving about this whole 6-7 thing.
No.
It was like an episode of South Park, and then the next day I heard it on NPR, and I was like, "Oh, this is over."
Yeah, that's how. But that's how I knew. Like, I am the last person that should have young people things flying out of my mouth.
But I think parents, your kids make you feel uncool, but I think you are cooler than us single childless folks because we don't have any touch points for this until way, way after the fact.
You're a comic. You're around teenagers and early 20-somethings more often than not.
And they don't talk to me.
What do you mean?
I hear them on stage, and I'm like, it probably just goes over my head until I have some context from public radio.
We just did like 3 gigs in the last couple of weeks, and we were in there with We was around children yesterday.
I know, and I feel so bad.
Oh my God, we was around legit. I was actually just thinking about the comics. I forgot there was literal children.
There were
in the audience,
and I'm not a clean. I don't have any clean jokes.
Can I tell you that was my? I was talking in the green room because, I've been around you enough. I'm like, I got a vibe of what you do up there. Mm-hmm. And I'm hosting, so when I see these actual
Yes.
kids, I'm like, who is in charge of you? Like,
Yes.
where are they at? What are you doing here? What is? Stop! Ooh, I don't like this. I legitimately want to kick them out, but
And they were in the front.
right up front row. You know what I mean? Just fresh as a daisy. Just not even. They're not even keying about the actual jokes. They're keying because they're just there around other adults.
Yeah.
Talking about adult stuff. And then you go out and you do what you do. The whole audience is losing their mind. I'm actually trying to be PG-13 because I'm a little thrown off by the 13-year-olds.
Yeah, it was bad. I'm so sorry.
But then you go out there, you go out there, do your thing. Audience loses it, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I was encouraging
They
being corrupt. So I was like, don't go to college.
Yeah.
Dive into sex work.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
But I was actually, I made a mention of it on stage, though, too. Like, this generation, what have they not? It's kind of tricky because what they haven't seen in real life, they've seen everything on the phone. Like, that has to be a new kind of stress that isn't going to be fully developed or understood for at least another 10 years, if not more. Like, what do you think that's doing to people that can compartmentalize? You give me 10 swipes in my feed, right? Mm-hmm. I'll see the new dance, hear the new hottest song, see 3 people get... see an ostrich fight Sugar Ray Robinson and it looks real, and then learn something about outer space and hear Corey Holcomb talk crazy about Dr. Umar.
Okay.
That's 10 finger swipes. I see all of that.
And that's your algorithm.
That's my and a kitten.
Yes.
A kitten doing something
Mine
adorable.
was like 7 cat videos.
It's gonna be a kitten doing something adorable and kitten-like. Which, have you noticed, they don't do any AI for kittens. Kittens just get to be kittens.
There was a moment on the internet, maybe this was my algorithm. It would be like Tyler Perry Studios meets cat content. Did you see those videos?
Actually, I have seen a few.
Like they would be getting beat down and abused and ran over, and baby daddy be cheating on them, and they have different color.
You know what? Now that I think about it, you're absolutely right.
Now it's gonna come back. My phone is listening. Please don't bring that back.
It's shocking how quick my phone will. It's not even a joke. Like there was a point in time where you say, "Hey, it's listening," but now it's not even. It's literally whatever we. I'm gonna see all those things I just listed. It's all gonna be in one video in my phone in the next 2 days. I'm like, what? Cats and Dr. Umar in the same video? Like, did they make this for me?
Yes, they did.
They certainly did. Which, I mean, that's probably coming. Make your own TV is probably right around the corner.
People, we already have that. That's Sora app, and you are the star of your own TV show. I did see something pretty innovative. There's the comic Kyle Grooms, actually out of Miami. Do you know him?
I'm not familiar.
So he used the Sora app. So he was doing a bit, and he's like a narrative, like storytelling comic.
Sure.
So he was doing the bit, telling the story, and it's like we would see him with AI, like, kind of moving through the beats of the story.
Sure.
He was talking about like being out in Indianapolis, like, it's all you do comedy in bumblefuck nowhere. And it's like, I had this great night in Indianapolis. So he like tells the story, and then we could see it develop in real time because of AI. So I think there are some innovative ways to use it. Like, that was something I was like, I should do that. Like, that's a great idea.
That's dope. And see, and that kind of, I think that kind of draws the line on even our generation gap, because I love that aspect of comics. I see that too, of somebody telling a story and then seeing it acted out. But I'll take it. There's a dude out in New York. I forget his name. Mr. Commodore, it might be. and he'll take like a. Have you ever heard of that sports show? It Is What It Is with Cameron and Mace.
Yes.
So they tell crazy stories from when they was doing, rapping and all this stuff from the 90s.
Uh-huh.
And this Mr. Commodore dude, I don't know if he's an actual stand-up, but he's like a funny, comedic kind of presence online.
Yes.
And he'll just do the act out of their stories.
Uh-huh.
But it's real life. And then I appreciate that. But even me, like, I enjoy mid to long form content. Like, I still...
Yeah.
watch an hour and a half, 2-hour podcast on a subject I like, or 10 minutes on it. You'll probably catch me on, not even probably, you'll catch me on YouTube more than you'll catch me on TikTok.
Okay. I'm trying to get more into YouTube.
You're trying to re-expand your
My attention span.
Yeah.
Yes. Reattent my span. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, right? No, because that one it's scary because it goes by so fast.
Yeah, that's fair.
But do you feel like you learn?
No. I don't feel like I learned a damn thing. I feel like every time I open my phone, I lose minutes off my life. I get stupider.
Probably.
I was like, I could feel the dementia and the Alzheimer's
Probably.
burrowing into my brain.
It's the loss of time. It's the it's damn near like having like CTE.
Yeah, for
Like
sure.
I'm sitting there doing whatever. Mark you, my only reason for going in my phone is because I have to confirm with Amba Walker. We're gonna shoot the pod.
Yes.
4 p.m. XYZ date. Here's the address. It's the only reason I'm opening my phone, doing my password, opening IG, and all I have to do is once I open IG, hit the message, go to your message, confirm, put a heart on your message. I open it and I go, ooh.
Titties. That's what gets me. That's my algorithm.
Titties and kitties.
Titties and kitties.
And the next thing I know, it's 47 minutes later. You think I left you on red. And I'm like, what happened?
You haven't even messaged me
What
yet.
happened to the time?
What did I do here? Yeah.
What have I done? Like, I've had 2 meals. I'm in a
Yes.
different room. I'm like,
You got your hair done. Yes. I was like, how am I a bad bitch now? That's great.
is it?
Yes.
All right. That is another thing that happened. And I think I want to say it's a part of a bigger thing that I'd like your input on, right? So this year, for the first time in 30 years,
Okay.
hip hop was left out of the Billboard 100 like monthly thing. Biz Markie did He's Just a Friend back in 1980 whatever, and hip hop has had a presence in the Billboard 100 for 30 years. 95 up until this year. And in this year, whatever that time frame was, whether it be a month, 2 months, 6 months, I don't know exactly, hip hop had none presence.
Like no songs on the Hot One.
No songs in the 100 most listened to songs in Billboard.
Really? I didn't hear that. Well, I mean, we saw
happened.
what happened to the Migos, so I'm not. I feel like
One
maybe
of them
they're
got
struggling.
shot in the head, which
Yes.
I think.
I mean, in terms of their like the prominence of, we're seeing kind of like the demise. I feel like a little bit of the genre.
You think?
Well, at least in this moment, I feel like I don't want to. I feel like
It's
hip hop's
permeated.
on life support.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that person, but just kind of the idea that I feel like, the art form needs to evolve. The music needs to evolve a little bit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think that, like I said, like even when we were talking about the whole like Nicki Minaj, like, we think about women in hip hop, it's like that's the most prominent person that comes to mind. And she's been so dominant for so long. It's like maybe people are tired of these tropes, tired of these narratives. We want to hear about some different stuff. So when somebody like a Lil Nas X, comes along and like shakes up the genre, it breathes some new life, some fresh air into it. And then I feel like some of the traditionalists are like, no, we can't have this here. You know what I mean? But it's like hip hop in and of itself was meant to be disruptive as an art form when it came out. So it's like, why do people now try to like keep it from being that, you know?
No, absolutely. I definitely think you have great points there too. I would also say it's a part of circumstance. Like right when COVID hit, everything got shut down and everything got super violent everywhere. And then right around COVID time, that's when trap, drill, like hit at all time. There was so much talent that was lost, unalived, locked up. Like there's a lot of people that are ridiculously talented that just got took out because it was a crazy time in America, especially if you were in certain cities. And the music that was the most popular, getting the most spins, was the music that was like, hey, let me tell you about what I really did. I stabbed Buddy right in his ribs. It's like,
that's exhausting.
Like, wow.
I'm
Like,
trying to have breakfast.
yeah, exactly. It's like, that was on the news yesterday. Like, why are you talking about it today? That's crazy. But I don't even know if hip hop can like truly die, because it's latched on to everything. There's a hip hop signature in just about every single genre. It's pop at this point. It's popular music.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
Like the beats, the rhythm, the flow, just like rhythm and blues infected, jazz infected this, that infected, blah, 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 blah. It's all over the place. So I don't know. I just think it's, what I think that's folding into, right? So you have everything that happened with Charlie Kirk, right? And then what he stood for while he was alive. You have this, and I talked about him on here. Another dude is repping Chicago, at least the Burbs, this Nick Fuentes dude.
Oh.
Everything he represents. You have the President of the United
virgin,
States.
Right?
Everything. I don't know
him.
about
I think
buddy.
he had a thing about being a virgin.
I try to I go out of my way to make sure he's not in my algorithm.
Okay.
Like there was a moment where my phone was like, "Hey, you want to try this guy?" I'm like,
No.
What? No.
I think he had an interview recently with Pierce Morgan, and he was just kind of like crashing out. But I don't know. Yeah,
and I see the design. I get what he is, and I think it's I don't know. Like there's I think there's a part where I think white guys are trying to fight back. I think white guys feel like a minority.
Yeah, I mean they always do that.
I think straight white guys feel like a minority
right now. Oh, they're so exhausting. Like, oh my god, the tiniest violin for straight. Can you hear it? It's so tiny that it doesn't make sound.
But I don't know. It's an interesting time. What do you think about the Austin comedy scene?
I've only gone to Austin a couple of times.
I still haven't been.
It's ironic because when you mentioned it, because I was like, when I was leaving Long Beach, Southern California area, I was like, okay, where do I want to go that has a robust comedy scene, but might be a little bit more like economically viable, affordable. So I had narrowed it down to Austin and Chicago. And then I was like, it's not even a thought. Like, I'm not going to Austin. You know what I mean?
What kept you out of there?
They let white people say the N-word, you know? Yeah.
I would
think
do.
It's cool.
I wouldn't mind doing gigs out there to see and feel the vibe on my own. I'm not. You could tell me the stove is hot, but let me go out there and try and make some oodles and noodles
gross.
first.
I didn't have fun in Austin at all. And maybe like prove me wrong. Like I said, I've only been down there a couple times, so I want to typecast an entire scene based on my
that's
brief
what you were. That's what you were.
with it.
You were seeing some of this stuff.
I was hearing it. Yeah, I went to like a couple of open mics, and I'm just visiting, so I'm looking around at all of the resident black people. I'm like, are we just really gonna let these white guys say the N-word over and over again? I'm looking around at them, they in their phones. I'm like, seriously, or laughing along with it. And I was like, I mean, what am I gonna be a martyr for this?
Was
or am
it
I
saying it for the sake of saying it, or was it saying it like this is to serve the purpose of this joke?
It's edgelordy, you know what I mean?
Gotcha.
So, and I think that has just kind of become the the catalyst of a lot of comedy. It's like, are you doing it because it's funny, or are you doing it because you think it'll be viral, it'll be a moment, you know what I mean? So I'm like, if the onus of the action, if the onus of the joke is I want to get a reaction, and the reaction is not necessarily laughter, it's just some type of reaction, I just don't really vibe with that. So I just came to Austin, I did my gigs, and I went home, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I went to the mothership, tried to get on Kill Tony, you know, stuff like that. But it's like, you know, just for the experience, you know.
Sure. Did you see funny out there? Does funny exist? I would have to feel like some funny exists out there.
Yeah, of course. I did enjoy. I feel like, well, maybe Austin, I had more fun in Houston, to be honest. But I think that funny exists everywhere, you know, but it just left a bad taste in my mouth. And I was like, if I move to Austin, I'm gonna wanna leave immediately.
I got you. So, and on top of that, like, so you've actually named a few. So you lived in Cali, you did some gigs in Austin, lived and you know, raised Chicago. And I don't know how much time you spent maybe in New York. What would you say about those 3 different scenes in particular, and where does Chicago comedy stack up against, say, in Austin or in LA?
Oh, geez, Louise. I mean, I'm always gonna probably be biased toward the Southern California scene, because that's where I cut my teeth, you know. And
what do you like about all those theater kids that do comedy on the side?
Well, they're all beautiful. That's what I will say. And it was funny.
You and your straight white teeth disgust me.
Exactly. Your veneers. That's great. Because I was there during the actor strike. So that was like a moment in and of itself, you know, where everybody got mad because all of these actors, their agents were like, well, you can't work, so why don't you go do some stand-up comedy? That doesn't really count as industry work. They don't get paid for that. So the open mics were just like flooded with, you know, out of work actors, you know, trying their hand at stand-up comedy. And like 99% of them have gone back to work as actors. You know, there are a couple of them that have stuck around, you know, that survived the runoff. But I felt like LA was a great place to start, because it's like I'm similar to I imagine like a New York, because it's like a crucible. It's like trial by fire. So it's like you out, like, you paying for open mic stage time in these places, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's just such a valuable commodity that if you're like getting up there, you better have something to say, you know what I mean? And you're not going to get booked unless you either have something to say or have something to offer, I feel like.
Fair enough.
So, you know, coming of comedy age in LA.
Actually, both of those spots, and I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off. Coming from both of those spots, like, bringer shows are I know some other comics that have done the Austin thing. Like, they have bringer shows and you got to bark in Austin, and I definitely know they have bringer shows in LA.
Oh, for sure. I didn't do any of them. I was like, I'm not about to do this. Like, I was like, I'm not gonna do a bringer.
Amber may bring show, but Amber,
I'm not doing no bringers.
I'm the belle of the ball.
I'm like, why would I do that? Why wouldn't I just produce my own show? You know what I mean? Because it's like, and that's, you know, if it doesn't matter if I bring one person or if I bring 100 people, I'm gonna leave with the same. And they hardly pay you in LA, you know what I mean, to do, like, you know, these kind of independent shows. So, and it's like, people are just such, you know, whores for stage time. I hate to say it like that. It's like, they'll do a free show even though like people are selling tickets. So it's like, you know, once I kind of got comfortable doing comedy, it's like, you have to set a standard for yourself. I'm like, if you are selling tickets to a show, I expect to be paid something for this show. Like, I'm not doing anything for like exposure anymore. You know what I mean? So, you know, it was definitely a hard scene to come up in, but I thought that it helped to make me better. Probably quicker and kind of be more nimble in my approach to comedy. Like, I probably, if I would have started somewhere else, I wouldn't have been in as much of a hurry to start producing the show.
Fair enough.
Like, I started producing 6 months into doing comedy, you know what I mean?
And we're about to get to it, but you're also producing a show here. You got a whole club popping off. But before we get to your promo, give me something something maybe you're gonna miss about 2025, or something you're proud of. So give me a standout, good, bad, indifferent about 2025.
Oof. Good, bad, indifferent about 2025. Like from a macro level.
You're glad to see it go.
Level?
You were glad to welcome it in. I'm proud of. I am ashamed of. I am whatever. Something from 2025 that stands out. Maybe one of your top 3 moments.
Oh, that is so, because it's like I feel like this year was like a dumpster fire.
That's why I didn't say your top moment. I said top 3, so you could just.
Yes. Okay, so but from a personal perspective or like a pop culture perspective?
DJ's choice.
Okay.
But hey, definitely. All right, but
something that's relatable to
DJ's choice. Yeah.
Okay, let's see. This is. I hope Labubu's leave.
Is that those little little critter things?
Those little gremlins. They were like, like the Tamagotchis of, back in the day. They're so ugly, and I want them to
they're going to get replaced by the next whatever it is, whatever Beanie Baby equivalent brat doll thing that comes out.
So I hope we can leave those in 2025 because they scare me. What do I want to welcome that we can keep from 2025 going into 2026?
Oh, good one.
Like, I know, can we leave AI? I know we can't leave AI, but that's another thing I would like to leave,
No. And this is the worst version of it. It's about to get...
It's about to get...
Give it 6 more months, and I'm not even going to believe you're sitting on the couch.
Exactly. It's just gotten so good. I'm like, can we leave filters in 2025 too? I was like, I want to see what you look like.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Can we leave veneers in 2025?
If I see one more gentleman that I know from the comedy scene for years, also in your 40s, with a wrinkleless face and the right amount of rouge and blush in your cheeks, I'm firing on you as soon as I see you. You know who you are. Yes. Ain't no way in the world a man should be. No. No. Yes. No. You can't be from the 1900s, a man with filters.
No, leave the filters in 2025. Leave the veneers in 2025. I don't want no more horse teeth.
Yeah, let me see your freckles and your pimples.
Exactly.
Live your life. You're a guy. Nobody cares. Yeah.
Even with the women, I want to see I want the authenticity to come back in 2026.
I am. Yes. Confidence.
Yes.
Confidence is key.
Exactly. So those are some things that I would like to leave behind.
Okay, and you said something you're bringing?
What would I like to see more of? Like I said, more
authentic,
real world interactions.
Yeah.
I want to be in people's faces, especially, I feel like it's a relic of COVID, you know what I mean? So many people are have been so used to being in their bubbles and to themselves. I'm hoping 2026 brings people more together, you know what I mean? Yes. Yeah. Bring your stinking ass out, you know what I mean? I don't even care.
Brush your mouth and your tongue and then pop out.
Ideally, it's but I would love to, I don't smell you in 2026. It's fine. I want to smell people in 2026,
Yeah. I'm not a big fan of I don't use aluminum-based deodorant. Put something under your arms.
I've gone aluminum free, and it's just there's no middle ground. It's either you're fine and then almost instantly you're not.
No.
I was at karaoke. I was singing Mariah Carey last week in my aluminum free deodorant, and I was just oop, it has expired now. I smelled me, and I was it got caught on video the moment that I felt the perspiration start, and I was the aluminum has officially kicked out.
When it's moon time, there's certain exceptions. When it's moon, if you're doing an activity, if you're playing basketball, touch football with it, there's certain times it's acceptable. If it's 2:37 a.m. and you're singing Purple
Karaoke.
Rain to the top of your lungs off of however many whatever you was on.
Yeah.
The sun's still out. Do something about it.
That's fair. Okay.
Handle that situation.
Well, yeah.
There's children around.
But that's what I want more of. That was a great way to because this happened literally a couple of days ago. Yeah, I want to be in a tiny room with my friends
and your armpits
smelling them. Yes, that's what I want. Primal connections in 2026. I want to smell you and yours.
You're the liver queen.
Yes, I'm a primal queen. I love it. That's like if I'm cuddling with you, I'm like here armpit. That's how I know if I like you.
I don't. Well, yeah. Like that's a part of our animal instincts, right? The pheromones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the
If you're
best way.
tuned in with somebody, their pheromones is.
It's good. I want to smell the back of your ears. So yeah.
That is going a little overboard.
No, it's great.
No, the back of an
smell the
earring.
back
You
of
can
your
get somebody to
ears.
give up government secrets to making them smell the back of an earring. Are you kidding me?
Not the earring. Their
That
ears.
the back of an ear is where the earring smell comes from.
That's bad. No,
That is.
That's how you know somebody washed they self good.
Yeah,
Say
nah,
the back of
it's
their
something
ears.
it's like a defense back when we used to fight dinosaurs. It puts out as offensive an
skunk.
odor as possible. Yeah.
I love that. So if I could love that smell on you, then we're locked in.
Or you're a sociopath.
Well, tomato. One guy's sociopath is another guy's lover girl. So
They will both slash your tires. Do me a favor.
I will.
And let the folks know about your club on the west side, where it's at, the nights,
Yeah.
anything you got going on. And you was talking about set up a little studio and your little thing for your show. So pop your show back out and do it.
exactly, yeah. So the Crib Comedy Play Space, on the west
Crib.
side of Chicago, East Garfield Park. Don't worry, it's not scary. We have white crackheads.
Oh,
Yes,
there you go.
So
Yep.
it's not. It's safe.
Yeah. Which are
but
called meth addicts for everybody else in America.
I think they don't crack. You know.
Ah, fair enough.
When in Rome, you do crack.
Yeah.
I feel like,
That's fair.
but it's fun. I've been open for about 3 months now. We opened in September. And it's meant to be, I call it an incubator for local talent. So it's not just a club, it's a play space. So it's like,
Yeah.
if I think about this, like my vision for the space is to be a place where comics in the city can like create and connect, you know what I mean? So, back in the day, I haven't experienced this yet because I've only been doing comedy for 4 years. But you hear about like, you would be able to go to a comedy club and there would be like some type of investment in you as a creative. You know what I mean? Like the development program, if you
Sure.
will.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like that really exists in my moment, like coming up as a comedian right now.
Right.
It's just like people and clubs kind of expect you to already come with your audience. But it's like, if you are young, it's like still learning how to do that. This is like a lab for you to create that. So it's like, you don't have any production experience. Let's like figure out how to put together a concept for a show,
Open
promote
space,
it, get some
yeah.
asses in seats. Figure out like if you have a workshop or a joke that you want to work on, here's some people that you can pitch it to, like without feeling like everything has to be perfect and
Sure.
polished. You want to create like a skit or a podcast, here are some people that can like, a thought leader,
It's a nest for networking.
It's a nest for networking. So that is what ideally I want to do. I started, of course, like creating the physical like performance space. So we have like a slate of shows that we do throughout the weeks, shows and open mics. So pretty much 5 days a week, Monday, Tuesday. So I'm lying to you. Monday and Wednesday are the only days that we're like not having programming. But every day,
Okay.
every other day of the week, we have to have a show or open mic or something else going on. So, we've been doing the performance space for the last 3 months. And now moving into 2026, the production aspect is coming along. So podcast studio, live streaming. If you want to shoot your skits, you want to record your podcast, and creative co-working for comics in the new year. So come in, bring your laptop, bring your writers group, and just make the thing.
And for the creatives that are watching this and want to be involved, how do they get in touch with you and or the space?
You can find us across social media platforms at The Crib Comedy, TheCrib Comedy. Or you can just message me directly, Amba Walker.
And how do I find that?
I'm mostly on Instagram, unfortunately. But
And I'm just using my phonetic spelling
Yes.
skills because you spell Amba a particular way, right?
yes, no hard R. AMBAWALKA.
Hell yeah. That is dope. And then, guys, you know me. You know what we're doing. You know why we're here. You know what this is. Mike Night Comedy on all the things. Real Rap Podcast 2025 Year in Review, Part 1 of possibly 2. Bringing you more. Next, I can explain to you how fire next year is already so many secrets and details and people and things. So this year coming up, special year for everybody, yourself, you included. Hoping all the best for you guys, but make sure you stay tuned here. Big thing. I'm not saying this just to say it. Big things coming on the horizon sooner than you would believe. And probably going to do another year in review, part 2, before it's all said and done. So everybody stay safe. Enjoy your friends, family, the rest of your holidays, the new year. Make it to the other side safe. I'll see you there. There's been a Real Rap Podcast. Amber Walker.
Hey.
Love you guys. Peace.